Java Dragon, and I am with, and I forget your name, milady.
Pat.
This is Pat, and we are at the Wisconsin Wool Exchange. She is actually the owner.
Yes.
Haha.
One of three.
One of three, and this place is wall-to-wall wool. I'll tell you, it is almost intimidating when you walk in. But on Sundays, they do a spinning group. And since a while ago I came here for the first time and I got my spindle and I tried so hard and I had no clue how to use it and I broke so much wool. She is going to show me how, and hopefully those of you who are in the same predicament will also learn. Otherwise I will teach you and you will fail. Also, you guys do online orders? Someone
Yes.
were to call? They
Yes.
do online orders. They have wool, they have yarn. Some of the softest wool I've ever seen and felt and touched. So it's so fluffy, I think I'm going to die. So, this is what I've been trying, and this is what it came up to be.
Oh, not bad. for the first try, that's not that bad.
It looks like a bunch of wool matted at the butt of a poor sheep.
No, I don't know that it looks that bad because I don't see any poop in it. So.
Well, it makes me feel like it should be poop. But I bought this from Minnesota. I got a pound of it. And I also have the two stuff that I bought from you guys the first time. I haven't touched that because I figured the cheaper one would be better to play with before I ruin my really good stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
So, the guy that sold me this showed me that you can just do that. You grip from one end and you just pull gently, and it comes right out. But if you try to pull hard, it's not going to do anything. And if you just poof it.
Drop spindle.
So what do we do first?
You have to have a leader to start with. And that's just a string that's folded in half with a knot at the end. It goes on your shaft. This is your shaft. You probably have a little something that you can put your string into. It's just a little
notch.
A little notch, yep, right, like that. And then you wrap it around twice or three times just so that it doesn't come loose on you. And your
that's what I was doing wrong. I was not doing not doing the leader. I was doing a
You'll only need like a foot piece. Pre-draft means that you're going to take it and pull it apart.
How much do you want to pull apart? So pull it by half. So
Yeah,
you just pulled it half.
something like that. Into little pieces. If you pre-draft, you won't have to pull so hard while you're working it on the spindle. So that's a good thing, especially for beginners. Later on, you probably don't have to pre-draft. But when you're starting out, it's a good thing to do. Then you'll have a loop here.
Mm-hmm.
Put it through the loop and fold it like that. So here now we have, and you're going to want to pull gently, that's called drafting, to pull it thinner. Always go clockwise. So here we are going clockwise, and your leader is going to fill up first.
Okay.
And you just keep right on spinning and spinning it until you can feel it on your fingers, these fingers.
Well, she's got about an inch between where the drop spindle to the
and you
wool
know,
is.
when it's fluffy, you'll just feel fluffy. But when it starts to twist, and it twists up your leader, and then it's going to start twisting right under your fingers, and you can feel it twisting.
Mm-hmm.
then you can put it between your knees and just pull up gently, and the twist will follow right up. Now, you're not going to want that twist to go past your fingers. So if you grab onto it there, you'll eliminate that twist. Soon as it twists up above your finger space, what's going to happen is you won't be able to draft it anymore. So that's very important that you not get your twists up high. Now I can feel it in my fingers already, so I just move it up. And I've drafted enough here so that I don't have to pull and draft again. Now it's time to draft again. If you're finding it difficult to pull and draft out, it's because you're letting that twist go up past where it's supposed to be, just like I did. Well, there we go.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. Your longer staple is what you're going to need.
Oh, we have Darcy. She wishes she. I wish she were here too. We would have more fun.
A longer staple is what you're going to need for working with on a drop spindle. Either that or a blend of silk, which has a long staple.
What is a staple, if you don't mind me asking?
Okay. I'll take this and you wouldn't want to wind it this fast, but I'll need both my hands to show you that, so I'm going to wind it up here. And just keep winding down along your shaft. Get into the notch. Go around twice or 3 times, whatever you feel like it, so that it doesn't loosen up. Corriedale has a longer staple. If you take a piece of wool, roving, and you grab onto it, maybe like an inch and an inch and a half, and you pull it like this, you cannot pull it. So you cannot draft it. What you need to do is pull from a longer distance. As you pull from a longer distance, you will see that it's going to come apart. So this is what makes staple length, is the length of each individual piece. And you can take it apart.
I'm going to bring this a little closer. Oops, sorry. Show it the strand there.
You can take it apart and you pull it, and you can see the staple length here is probably about like 3.5 inches on this Corriedale, which is perfect for drop spinning.
So the longer the staple, the better for the drop spindle.
That's right.
And the shorter the staple, you better be using a wheel.
Yeah, yeah, or blend it with something. Even in a wheel, you have a hard time with it. Kim over here is using merino, which is a shorter staple. That would.
There's Kim doing her awesome. She spins like crazy. The day I met her she was spinning right in the door.
And she let you in.
She still let me in.
So when Kim's merino roving, what she has, merino is generally about 2 inches only. So it's going to be hard for you to do drop spinning with merino unless it has something blended with it. And her merino has silk, which is a long fiber.
So she's blended the silk with the merino.
Yes.
Well, that's going to be super soft.
Yeah.
that just stuck right in as you spun it.
Yeah. And if you draft it nice, like thin and fine, see, this is not big. It's not like when you started out with a huge piece of thick roving. So right now I left some of the twist go up on the thing, which is not good.
And what she's doing as she's pulling it, she's doing kind of a. She seems to be you're splitting the wool a little bit, yes?
Yeah.
So she's doing something like this, where she's making like a Y in the wool, and then she spins it again. Why do you do that?
I needed to take I needed to take the spin out of that area
Oh, okay.
because I couldn't draft it with the spin in it.
And so what that does, as I was doing it, it kind of makes it a little
It's
less
thinner,
spinny
yeah,
and
yeah.
thins it out. Okay,
So
that's interesting.
here you have it. When you go like this, do you see how it curls in like that?
Mm-hmm.
That's the energy that spin has, and you can't make yarn without that energy in it. So here, when you have the energy, see how it curls together? Here you've already got yarn, actually, but you are going to want to finish this first, and then when you have two pieces of, it's called singles.
Mm-hmm.
This is a single. When you have two pieces of singles, then you'll ply them together. So when you go to the store and you see your yarn, say 2-ply, 3-ply, 4-ply, you will understand that there are 4 of these singles in the 4-ply.
Or 3 of them in the 3-ply.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Generally, hand spun yarn is 2-ply, sometimes 3-ply.
May I
Yes.
try it? And you said clockwise. See, unfortunately, I'm a lefty, so clockwise is always backwards to me. And see, you're spinning that way, right?
Well, when you ply, you'll be doing it opposite. So you'll be doing it counterclockwise for plying. So
There we go.
either way, you'll have to struggle with it being backwards at one point or another.
You see, now there. This is my first time. Well, not my first time, but
Can you feel it under your fingers?
yes, that is definitely different.
Yeah.
It's wanting to unravel itself, too. So you spin it as you go.
Yeah. Maybe have to stop and draft it a little bit because that's a pretty thick piece that you have there.
So I want to pinch that there.
When you have problems with your piece falling apart, it's because your staple is too short.
Oops.
The staple length of the fiber is too short.
So, see, I saw someone doing the spinning thing, and then
You still have a lot of
okay.
still have a lot of twist above here. So we'll take this and draft it out here for you.
So mine was too thick.
Yeah.
We don't want it too thick. And then
We'll just keep drafting it down here until probably the end, like there.
And see, the thickness of the draft determines the thickness of the yarn.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want thinner yarn, draft it thin. Thicker yarn, you can use a thicker.
That's actually kind of fun. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Aha. Continue. Who says you can't teach a young dragon new old things?
Yeah, old things.
So then, there goes the ply. I'm going to want to untie that just a little bit and spin it down.
Yeah. Add it to your shaft there.
So, as I'm putting it on my shaft, I notice that it's some of it's unraveling. Is that unusual? It's still getting kind of fluffy, or is that just the stuff that I'm using?
It's
The
just
material.
yeah. It should stay pretty tight actually.
So it's the material then itself, or is it the? There we go.
No,
There's-
it's practice, practice, practice.
Yep, just gotta keep working at it.
There we go. Then we're gonna twist this 3 times.
Yep. There you go. Are you sure you're going clockwise?
No, I'm going counterclockwise, evidently. Like I said, I'm a lefty. True lefties always go backwards.
But you'll have to go backwards when you ply, so then you'll be doing it.
The correct way.
Yeah, according to your,
My left-handedness.
yeah. Yep.
Oops.
So there you are.
And there we go. We got spinners going. And that's what they do on Sundays here in Wisconsin. And I may have...
Maybe you should show them Kim spinning on her wheel over here. She's spinning on an Ashford Country spinner, which is a really big one that Ashford sells.
This guy wound up a little bit, and then I'm gonna show what Kim is doing over here. Stay. No, you don't go there. Oh yes, you do. Never mind, we're good. Stay. So I'm gonna put these guys back in my bag for later. I'm going to bring this over to Kim, and I'm going to turn it around and let you guys see what she's doing. And you said this is an Ashford wheel?
Yes.
Bring this around. Say hello, Kim.
Hi.
Hello, Kim. That's Kim.
I like this one because it does so many different things. It's got a really big bobbin on it, so I can spin a lot of yarn.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a large orifice. I don't know if you can...
I'm actually able to get my camera over there. So
Okay. It's got a large orifice, so I can do anything from very, very fine yarn to thick, lumpy, bumpy art yarn.
And she's doing some lumpy, looks like lumpy, bumpy art yarn.
Well, actually, it's overspun right there. But when I ply it, it will straighten it out. So this is not really regular yarn, but not really art yarn.
So, and I see that you have, what kind of wool is that? That's the silk wool that you're using.
This is merino and silk, and it's also from Ashford. And they have the loveliest colors. But I spin everything, including directly from the raw fleece right off the sheet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. If you can turn around for a second, check out those 2 baskets on the floor.
Right here?
Back here.
Oh, back here. Right here.
Those are
Okay.
my art yarns.
These are the, right here.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And that is a lot of work.
But it's a lot of fun.
Now, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to show kind of what your store looks like. Hey guys, wrong way. So they have all of this beautiful stuff, yarn, almost wall-to-wall yarn. And for those of you who like llamas, this is the best part. This shout outs to you, Katrina. There are llamas. They have llamas. But that is your lesson. Order from them. They do have a website presence. I'm going to put their business card on this thing. Thank you. Right here. Wisconsin Wool Exchange. Patterns, fleece classes, like what you just got today. That is their address. They are open. Looks like, I want to say they're only open a few days a week, but they seem like they're open all of the time.
No, we're open all the time. Monday through Friday, we're open from 10 o'clock to 5. And then Saturdays from 11 to 3. Sundays, we're here at noon to 5 because of the spinning people who want to come in on Sunday.
which they're not
Monday
here
we're
yet.
closed.
They have to have some day of rest.
But I'm usually here on Monday anyway.
Yeah.
In fact, I think it was a Monday when you came in the shop.
Yes, it was. It was rather random that I came in.
So if somebody's in the shop and the door is unlocked, feel free to come in and look around.
If you would like to have anything here that you see or that you want to discuss ordering something, just give us a call and we will send it to you through the mail and take your credit card. Not literally.
We'll give it back.
They'll give it back, they promise. I've given them my credit card, and trust me, I was quite a bit... I still got it back. All right, ladies. Well, I am going to stop the video. Thank you all for coming, and say bye.
Bye. Thank you.
All right, guys. So we've gotten to the point where I have had help making the first one, and I did my own second by myself. A little bit of string. So we are going to turn it from string, single ply wool, into yarn that would be
2-ply.
2-ply. 2-ply or not 2-ply?
That is the question.
There we go. Uh-oh. Got more fuzzy. Alright. Thank you, madam.
You're welcome.
So we are going to do this. Back through the loop.
And now you'll be plying going counterclockwise.
So instead of going
Yeah.
this way, we're going to go the other
Yeah,
way.
that's the way to go.
And I put both of them together, yes?
Yes. Looks like this one has lost some of its twist, which you can twist back up.
So if it gets untwisted, you can become twisted again, just a couple moves.
That's my problem. I've been twisted since birth.
There we go. Alright. That one I wound a little too tight, and so it's untwisting. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I don't think it's too tight. I think you do just fine. They actually did do this at one time. The Native Americans, because they didn't have like drop spindles, etc., would twist it on their leg like this. So it's also another proven way of doing it. Okay. Now you're going to want to keep these two.
Kind of separated?
Yeah. So what I usually do is, well, once you get it in your, yeah, once you get it in your leader, and now, yeah.
So we're going counterclockwise this time.
Yep.
And she's holding one from the other. This is probably gonna...
You can put them in bowls or in something that'll hold each of them separate so they don't twist together before you get them through your fingers. The whole idea is to let them twist once they go through your hand.
So how do you keep, you said put them on bowls and that way you can keep them separated?
Bowls or something that'll separate them so that, and still let them unwind.
We're trying to get them to twist up here. Do I want to keep it taut or does it really matter?
No, doesn't matter too much.
Not for the first time.
There you go. Look at her go. All
Look at
right.
that. There we go.
And you can go a little faster now as far as distance on. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We're going
Let
from...
it
Oh,
loose.
darn.
Let it loose because, see, it'll twist also twists by itself because it's already got that energy in it. See?
But I promise you, I won't be making any clothes for anybody anytime soon, so you guys can bugger off.
Yep,
Okay.
just keep moving
So-
it along.
What I have learned through this in the last couple times is that you can take it and you can rewrap as you're wrapping from the spindle. Uh-oh.
It'll be okay as long as it doesn't unwind on you.
And I'm pinching from the tip so I don't lose my windage. And so once I get here, I'm twisting back up. But I don't want it too... I learned from the last time, I don't want it too tight. Because that'll... at the end, it'll bunch up. I've already got some bunching going. That can probably be fixed.
That's okay.
This is my first time. Don't judge me.
See, you don't want it untwisting like that. That's a bad thing.
Yeah, no, we don't want any untwistings
You-
going here. Let's see.
You just spent how long
Ah,
twisting it with, now we don't want it untwisting. Yeah. A lot of times when I'm applying, I'll put my finger between them like this. Okay, just let it go.
oh, wow.
You can see how it's just undoing itself right onto,
The
Right.
spindle.
yeah. There's a couple places where it, yep.
Do-do-do-do-do. I don't know who's in the room, but I think Fred is. Hi, Fred! Alright, may I?
Yes.
So you said you just hold it.
Yeah, you can just hold it together. Yeah, right where. Okay. Yeah, you can push it a little bit so it goes around, and just let it fall together there.
That is pretty cool.
Uh-huh. So you have a
We're gonna-
conundrum right here.
Undo that.
There. Wool sticks to itself, so sometimes you'll have a conundrum where it's going to want to grab itself and okay. Loosen it once and see if there's an energy to just go like this. See how it stopped doing that?
Yeah.
It stopped, there's a little bit here, but pull it together. See that? That's nice. It's perfect like that. And then the next step is to put it in hot water and let it soak for at least 20 minutes. I've let mine soak for quite a while sometimes because it had a lot of energy in it, and the more you let it soak, the water saturates the fibers, and then when you go to stretch it and you stretch that energy back out, it will make your yarn more balanced. That's what it's called, balanced, when it doesn't want to curl on itself. Oh, you look at this.
Oh, it's a very naughty. It's definitely my wool.
No, no, no,
It's
no, no.
very naughty.
It's very naughty, yes. The more energy you got, the naughtier you'll be.
Oh, Lord. We're all doomed.
Okay, here we go. That's nice. You'll be able to use that in a special spot in mittens or something if you're going to be knitting something.
That'd be good for a blanket. Nice warm toasty blanket.
Well, there ain't that much there.
The hole in the blanket.
Yeah, the hole.
Well, but you could make it part of the blanket. So
Yeah.
I could.
where You'll always know where your very first spin is.
Yep. My first spinning yarn, I made a purse, and the yarn happened to be the same color, green, that I used, and so I just knit the flap on the purse out of my yarn, my very first yarn.
Now, for those of you who remember, they did a thing in the Kingdom of Drakenville where they did the try something every day, although they didn't keep up with it. I really wish they had. Calling a kingdom out there. Where they did the spinning using yarn on the doorknob. This is the same thing that they did.
Yeah.
Especially when they mentioned how this is how the spinners did it. Now, these young ladies told me something really cool about the what were originally the spinsters. Would you like to tell that story again?
No, you can tell them.
So, since they're gonna let me handle it since I'm aboard.
Oh, you are.
Which now is gonna make it even worse because I'm gonna fudge the story. So, in today's day and age, we women like to have our own money. That's been nothing new. In fact, the term spinster came from ladies in England because doing this is not an easy task, especially when you're having to make a flag for anything or a rope for anybody, anything like that. So they would put them in towers, and the women, made it acceptable for women to actually have their own jobs and make their own money. Well, a lot of the women didn't want to be tied down to a man because they had their own money and they liked to make it, and well, they didn't want to give it to anybody else. So, can you blame them? So they decided to never marry and have their own money, and they called them spinsters. So, ladies, it's okay to be a spinster. Don't tell anybody else otherwise. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Oh,
We're coming to the end.
no, not. Yeah, quite. Yeah, just about.
No, you don't. I'm having to do some tying there because evidently it's losing its energy.
Yeah. If you're losing energy, you can always just twist it a little more. But there's a problem here with a knot. Do you want to just take
I'll probably
that?
end it right there. That's fine.
Okay.
My first piece of yarn, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Oh no.
It's,
And
and
this
I
is
can
very
guarantee.
good. This is very good. I mean, this is for the first time. This is excellent yarn. It really is.
I mean, technically, the first times I did this, it looked like sheep poop, minus the fecal matter.
Here, if you like, we
Oh,
can
there we go.
still add this on, or we can take this. Is this your last one? This is your last one.
Yes, it was.
Wow. Here, now just hang on to that. The extra stuff like this that you have, you can just fold it and it will do what it's supposed to do on itself. Come on, come on, come on. Here, you want to hold that for a second there. Try and get this.
There we
There.
go.
Now take that end and put them together.
Should I snip that part off?
Sure.
Wait, no snippy.
No?
I can
Okay.
use nails and make it a little bit more fuzzy so they catch.
Okay.
I think.
And then just bring it out. There you go. And just let it fall.
Oh, it's going the wrong way.
Okay. Keep on going.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
There it comes. Oop, nope, nope, no you don't. So what we need to do, since it's trying to do its own thing, is not let it do its own thing and rewrap it and
Yeah.
catch it up to where the energy is going to be, I think. Yes?
Yes.
Haha, she can be taught.
Yeah. Now she knows more than me.
It's physics.
It's physics, yeah. I like physics. Is this the way?
Yep,
Okay.
it's going the way.
I-
This is the way! Baby Yoda has shown us this is the way. Oh, look at that. That's just going.
When you get more used to it, you can do it by yourself. You won't need two people to do it.
I appreciate that. That's actually not a bad idea. Learning how to do it on my own for a change.
Well,
There we go.
right now it's communal yarn making.
And this is how you learn, folks. Simple.
That's beautiful yarn. Put it close so they can see it.
It's first time.
Yep.
I'd like to see everybody else's be that on their first time be that good.
Okay, now what we're gonna do
Challenge.
is put it in some hot water and soak it for at least 20 minutes, if not more, and then we'll stretch it and dry it.
Then I'll have something to sew. Hang people. I mean, sew
Hang
with.
people with.
I'm gonna put a knot in the bottom of this so it
Yep.
doesn't untie itself. There we go. And then
You
to
can
take
make,
it off, we need to
Yeah.
make sure it wasn't too tight. If it's too tight, then it won't come off. But right there, I'm actually really happy with that because then I have my lead right there, so I can reuse my lead because I'm a tightwad. There we go. And so with yarn, you want to have, if you whatever yardage you want to do double that for your lead or your start wool. I'm assuming
Mm-hmm.
because this is probably not a lot of wool yarn.
No, that's not a lot.
Probably not even a yard.
An ounce. Yeah. Usually, yeah. Usually a whole skein of yarn is about 4 ounces, but that depends on the thickness and other things too. So.
And that's full 4 ounces of wool completely.
Mm-hmm.
So a pound of wool is almost 4 skeins.
Yeah. You're right.
Since a pound of wool should be theoretically 16 ounces. Whoop. Gravity works. Now do we unravel it while it's soaking or do we let it stay?
Just. Oh, yeah. We should probably unravel it. Put it on.
So let's see how much we got out of this.
What?
That is 5 feet. Woohoo! I got more than a yard. Okay, where did you? You're the end.
What you use for this next step is what they call a nitty knotty, and that will measure your yarn and it'll put it into a hank, a round
10 feet.
thing.
See, the nice thing is I know the length of my arms.
Yeah.
15? Oh, got, and about
Almost 20.
20 feet there. Yay. And doesn't a nitty knotty kind of twist it?
No, nitty knotty won't twist it. All they do is measure it and put it into a group.
Woot. Oh, cool.
I got a little one.
All right, this is a naughty nitty. I mean a nitty naughty. All right.
Just put a slip knot in there.
Okay. Let me do it right
Yeah.
here. All right. That's
No. Slip knot is,
There you go.
yeah, you can use that. Okay, then you have to make sure that you don't cross them over. So what we do is this way and this way, back up to the top, down. You shouldn't cross them. By that I mean
Do not cross the streams.
don't go this way or this way. Always go from the bottom to the top.
Under, over, under, over, under.
Yep. And then we add a little, here. Grab it right there so it doesn't unwind. I got a little piece of yarn here that we can use to
So you're going to want the red heart for this little bit because it's going to come off anyway. And since friends don't let friends use red heart, Valerie,
Poor Valerie.
no, actually she told me that statement.
Oh,
I actually use red heart, but this is what, no, this is all that I use it for. These are ear savers, and I use red heart yarn because it's cheap and it's the right weight, and I can whip them out. And I've made over, I
There you
think,
go. Now you can take it
250
off.
of these for
Nope.
St. Michael's Hospital.
Now you take it off. Not the clothes, just the yarn. And then you give them back the nitty naughty. And then you have
Yes.
some pretty string.
Pretty yarn that you just got done making. It looks gorgeous.
Now we need to soak it for
Yeah.
20. We'll be back in 20.